Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deepak and today we are going to learn how to install Linux operating system on VirtualBox. And the same way which I am going to install on VirtualBox, the same way you can install the Linux on your computer with the help of the CD or a bootable disk. So for installing it on VirtualBox we would require a virtual environment. For that I am using a VMWARE workstation. So let's open it first. So here it's got open. So for creating we have to click on create new virtual machine. If the virtual machine already exists and you want to open the virtual machine, you have to click on open virtual machine, or there is some virtual machine which is there on the remote server and you want to connect, you can create from here. So we have to concentrate on creating a virtual machine. So let's click on create new virtual machine. We would use a custom thing because we want to make some changes going further in the settings. Let's click on next. No need to do any changes over here. Let's say next. Over here, if you're using a CVD or a bootable disk for installing the Linux operating system, we will select installer disk. And if you have an ISO, then we will select installer disk file ISO. When you click on browse and select your Red Hat ISO and click on open. Okay, as we have already selected, I will not select anything. So we will click over here and automatically detects what the operating system it's going to install. Now we will click on next, and here we have to write the name of the machine what you require. We will type Red Hat Linux 6. Here we have to type the username. The username would not be the root as it is already preserved for the system. While installing the operating system, it would ask you for the root username and password. Oh sorry, I'm student. Taking the username as student and typing the password. Okay, now let's click on next. It's saying the virtual machine name and seeing the location where it would be installing it. Now let's click on next, saying how many cores, how many processor we require. Now click on next, saying the how much RAM would assign to it. It would say 512. Let's click on next. We will select network address translation for networking. Again click on next. We'll use LSI logic, which is recommended. Now let's click on next. I want to create a new virtual disk. So we'll check first and click on next. SCSI virtual disk type, as it is virtual, I will select SCSI and I click on next. Now it's asking for the hard drive, how many hard disk space you want to allocate it. I would allocate 15 GB to it, not even 15, I will allocate 10 GBs to it. Check on allocate, okay, and click on split the virtual disk into multiple files, and let's click on next. It is asking the disk file, it will create a virtual disk over here with this name. Now let's click on next, and now the virtual machine is ready to create. So it's just giving the summary what all settings we have done. Now let's click on finish. And once we clicked on finish, we would get this machine. Now we have to click on power on the virtual machine. Let's power on it. Now the virtual machine is getting started. Basically what happened in the meanwhile the virtual machine is getting started, I will just explain you the concept, how everything goes. Basically what happened when you install the Linux operating system with the help of a CD drive as your first operating system of your computer, just first for the first screen which you get is install and upgrade screen. So just click on that screen and follow the rest of the steps, same as which we are going to do further. Okay, now it says welcome to Red Hat Linux. So the installation is in process. Anaconda is the first kernel, it's a type of kernel which loads the operating system in Linux. Now it's creating the storage devices, creating ext4 file system, which is the latest file system in the Linux operating system. And the one more difference between when we are installing it from the virtual machine or from the CD, if it asks if you do the custom boot, at that time we have to not install checking the dependency. So I was talking when we install it through DVD, and if it asks you create a partition by your own, the three there at that time we have to create the three main partitions. First is a swap memory. A swap memory, the swap memory would be twice. Your RAM size is 1 GB, then swap memory you have a 2 GB. This is the basics of creating a partitions. Second would be / which is a root home that we have to create. Second is boot / boot partition, which we have to create. It would be depends upon you how much memory you want to give. Now it's installing the packages. So we are talking about the boot / boot. What happens is this memory is used at the time of when we start the operating system. It loads the operating system from /boot. So if we give 100 or 200 MBs, if your hard disk is of 10 GB, then it's fine. There is no hard and fast rule for giving any how much drive we have to give for boot home directory and the root home directory. Just only thing we have to make sure for giving the swap memory, we have to make sure we have to give twice of the RAM size. Now it's installing the packages. Still the package installation is now the installation of process is about to finish. Each and every packages are completed. Just we have to wait for a moment. Now the package installation is once the package installation is done, now it's rebooting the system. Here try root. We are logged in. The same username password which we have given earlier to log in. And here we go. The Linux system is installed properly on your virtual machine by using VMWARE. And in the case if you face, you can comment this video, and please subscribe. And if you think something more to this video or some new videos can be added, please comment. After this video, in the tutorials we learn how to create a YUM